is Fox Astrology with your daily or opportunities for the day. Here we are. Here, that'd be 3 long bars is 15 plus 3 small dots is 18. So it's a little later in the cycle. This card represents the idea of the moon. In general, it has 8 points and this white band around it. Water coming in from the top here. 2 volcanoes here. Trees kind of growing from 3 different points here. The interpretation, this card is really about intuition, maybe dreams, things that are kind of unseen or latent. This card is really about knowing yourself, like a harmony between you and your body. The idea that the body has its own intelligence, and recognizing that you, I guess you could say, surrender to the intelligence of the body. The idea that recognizing and understanding how your body works, overcoming these kinds of limitations of the body, overcoming old age, overcoming this limitation of the body so that you can be more conscious. I guess as a message for today, this is about kind of understanding more about the balance that takes place in the body, the intuition, the intelligence of the body, how when you think about it, you simply put food in your mouth, you chew it, you swallow it, and the body breaks it down without you telling it to. It takes whatever needs to go to the arm, goes to the arm, whatever needs to go to the brain, goes to the brain, and it all is done without you really telling it to. This sort of unconscious power that exists in your body. And the more you understand, the amazing things that go on, the more you realize there are things also that you don't seem to have a conscious control over it. And this card represents this idea of more conscious control. On this journey that the Fool goes through, eventually the Fool realizes these limitations, these physical limitations, and the requirement of, more of like awareness, more evolution, more awakening that's required in order to move past this. So I would say, boiling this all down, today's message is to look beyond what you see, what you feel, what you experience with your body, to look for connections that go beyond that usual framework. Maybe today it's looking at maybe something that's a little bit more intuitive, something a little bit more psychic, something that's a little bit more unseen or unseeable, and learning to tune in with that realm, learning to tune in with that level of experience. So I'm going to boil it down even more. Something more practical for you today to try would be to consider signs, to consider messages, to consider maybe even sometimes how your body can even provide sensual information, sense information that tells you that something else is going on beyond what you're able to see. that's ultimately what I feel tarot allows you to really tap into, is to remind you that the body is not just a physical thing, but it's where you are. It's your, your being, your power put inside this body, and how you can use that to connect with the higher realm, how you can use that to understand things that you wouldn't normally be able to just understand on a physical level. So here, I know this all sounds very deep, but basically this is about maybe you experiencing sensations, maybe you experiencing messages or signs that tell you something else is going on. Today is a time to look into that, to not turn away from it, to really go in deeper into this mystery, to really take a look at what is going on that you might normally think is just kind of magic or kind of inexplicable. Today, the message is to really dig into that, to take a look at the deeper kind of level of existence, and see what comes out for you. Whether that's a clear message, or whether it's just really about learning to tap into that, learning what that experience is like. Sometimes you'll get mixed messages, but the point is to practice. The point is to expose yourself to that experience so that you can start learning from it, so that you can start understanding how to use it in your daily life. So hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot comments down below. Feel free to share also anything that you picked up today, any messages, any signs. I'd love to hear back from you. Looks like today is going to be a really interesting and mysterious day. You never know what you're going to find out when you start listening. A lot of things can start communicating with you. Like I said, through messages, through sort of synchronistic events or strange coincidences, you can start picking up on some really interesting things. So once again, I will see you tomorrow. I look forward to your feedback, and peace.